Hey, what's up guys? This is my new 2015 Subaru WRX STI. I traded in my Scion FRS for this, and I've wanted one of these for a while, so I got a good deal on it. I thought I'd pull the trigger, and here she is. So there's a few things that the previous owner did to the car, and there's a few things that I've done to the car so far. I'm going to go through what all is done to it and some of the future plans for the build, and what I'm going to do is mostly just aesthetics and maybe an exhaust. So starting from the front here, there are some red pinstripes I've added, and it kind of gives it more of a aggressive look, or like the Subaru type RA look. So I like that a lot. The car came with that tow hook, and it was red. I really didn't like the tow hook at all. But I wanted to paint it for the time being to kind of match more. I'm going to get a cover-up plate and cover that up in the future, so maybe that'll be another video. The hardest part is going to be paint matching that. So I got a front lip. This is just from eBay, nothing crazy. Any front lip is fine with me as long as it looks good. I didn't want to spend like an extra couple $100 on a carbon fiber one when it's just gonna get destroyed anyways because I'm lowered. And here is the side shot. I have 5% on the windows, 35 on the windshield, so it gives it a really dark look. You pretty much can't see in the car, and that's kind of how I like it. So I did the red pinstriping on the mirror. Can't see a thing in there, how I like it. I have the stock wheels. These are actually 18s. I used Rust-Oleum peel coat, so it's basically like Rust-Oleum's version of Plasti Dip, but this has some metallic flakes in there. Then I clear coated it with some Plasti Dip Glossifier, and it kind of gave it a more factory finish. But I wanted to try this before I took the time out and got them like powder coated. I wanted to see if I liked how they looked. So it turns out I do like how they look. So when the time comes, I'm either gonna get new wheels or just get these powder coated. I did a carbon fiber vinyl overlay on the vent right here, and I also converted it to be a actual working vent. If you guys want, I can do a review on how I did that later, but it actually will suck some heat out of the engine bay and vent it out through there, so I think that's kind of cool. Here's the rear wheel. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I am lowered, as you can see. It's not stock height. I do have Rev 9 Hypermax V2, I believe, coilovers. I really like the ride of them, super good. And I did some vinyl taillight tint, just a very light smoke on these two guys. Some people go completely black, some people go a little darker, but I just did a very light tint on that, and I also did a very light tint on the front and rear Subaru logos. I like the way it turned out. It really matches the color of the car more, in my opinion. And I did the red vinyl pinstripe on the diffuser. This is the SPT catback exhaust. It's like a factory add-on. It adds a good rumble, and it matches with my 3-inch Cobb downpipe pretty well. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so I love the way it looks. I did a good polish and wax when I got the car, and the paint looks amazing. You can see that metallic sparkle in there. It's incredible. So as far as the interior goes, it's locked. As far as the interior goes, nothing crazy. Got some vinyl overlays on the steering wheel here. Cobb access port, much needed. The only thing I'd like to do in the future is get a different shift knob, because this one is worn down from the previous owner. It happens, you're always touching it, it is what it is. He also did a head unit. I'm not a big fan of it. It's kind of like old tech. It doesn't have any Apple CarPlay or anything, so that'll have to be taken care of at some point. Top the hood. I didn't really want to show the rear anyways. There's nothing back there to really talk about. We'll move on to the engine here. Alrighty, this is the STI EJ. You can see the top hats of the coilovers I have on there with adjustable dampening. There's also adjustable dampening on the rear. The Saab SF intake, everyone has this intake. It has the Saab 3-inch downpipe. Stock intercooler. And I did the fuel pressure regulator from Saab, and it has the old Saab 725cc injectors. More than enough for 93, which I'm running, so plenty. Oh, I also did some black vinyl right down here, kind of help protect the paint. I think it looks good too, but black gloss vinyl. This is actually black gloss vinyl wrap as well. There's some rock chips in there. I thought I'd hide the rock chips, and in the future I'm going to try to wrap this myself in gloss blue, get the World Rally Blue theme looking, and then I can peel it off whenever. Then I have this beautiful paint underneath. So I'm going to do some revs here. I'll do some from in the car, and then I'll get some from out of the car.
I live a rock star lifestyle, always getting wasted. Baddie in my mansion, ask her how she wanna play. Lay her proper like a track, I'm counting California faces. Looking back, it's crazy now, damn.